All right, welcome to Black Lodge Trivia Night. And I wanted to take a look at this game. I know I've mentioned it a few times, probably if you were watching any of the playthroughs of Dark Souls. I've mentioned this game in a number of different formats, and I love this game. I don't know if everybody should love this game, but I love this game. So what we're going to do is we're going to do just a straight up new game. Normal difficulty. I'm not promising a full playthrough of this. Do I have old save data? Who knows? I'm almost tempted to play easy mode because again, this game isn't about it's not the same as a Dark Souls game, right? It's for me, it's about exploring. It's about enjoying the world. The mechanics, yeah, a little bit. But you know what? I'll just do normal. I have beaten this game before, but I've never done much of the Dark Arisen content, and I don't know how much I would even bother to do here, but here we go.
How dark it's gotten. Have you a light source?
So there's a couple different things to this game. I think both buttons open inventory of different kinds. This game is janky in ways, but that doesn't make it a bad game. I'm a fan of jank in some ways. I don't mind if it's a little weird. Bring up the pause menu. Okay. So yeah, so you can see there's I guess the back button opens this one, which is your main inventory, but then the other menu has your equipment. So that's a little bit weird. But let's not get too much into the weeds yet. Also, the other interesting thing is that the new Xbox One controllers don't have the same buttons, so it's a little, it's not that hard, but okay. So starting objective, the end at the beginning. The realm's combined might was no match for the dragon. All hopes rest on your shoulders as you depart for the final battle. Details, pursue the dragon. You've chased the dragon here to the Tainted Mountain. Fight your way to the heart of the dragon's lair and face all that awaits. You can open up a map. You can see not much, but this game just throws you right into it. Press X or Y to attack. A lot of times people compare these games to Souls games. I don't agree. You know, left shoulder button to block is similar, but you're not going to use target lock-ons. You're not circle strafing. You are doing sort of combo XY button mashes to light attack, heavy attack. You're not like rolling to avoid hits. It's just a it's more of an action game, I think it's created by some of the Devil May Cry kind of people. So like this game is not in my mind a Souls game. It's an action RPG definitely, but not the Souls variety. Jump.
Arisen, go and touch that stone. Watch your step.
So here we are. We're going to. It's just throwing you right into it with no explanation. 'Tis a rift stone, a stone etched with strange markings. And what this does is it lets you create a sidekick.
Our kind is ever ready to fight by the grace of your guide. The dragon for certain.
So there we go. Now we've got a full complement of a party, just like that. Later on, we're going to make our own character and we're going to design our own pawn. But
Is our valor pit against the worm's evil?
Very well.
so mostly I'm just doing light attacks. There is stamina management, so I guess you could say there's some of that.
have made a shambles of this place.
What's this? A fall here means certain death.
You can see like your party is doing its own thing, right? They're exploring, they're picking up items. I'm nervous that I wanted to go down there or not go down there. Not sure where we're trying to go. Yeah, I don't think we're trying to go down there.
A fall here means certain death.
Monsters have made a shambles of this place. No. I fear
Okay,
the
right
whole of
trigger to pick up
Vanguard has been
items,
slaughtered
people, or
as
enemies,
a
then you
feat of
can
countless
restrain or
souls
throw
who
targets.
thirsty down
So you can sort of tag team enemies. Like somebody can grab them and say, hey, come on over here and kill this guy while they're holding him.
Are there no other survivors?
You can pick people up and throw them. You could do, it's, I know it's sort of a scrambled mess right now, but that's because they're just sort of throwing us all into it. Left stick runs. And while I've played this before, I played this right when it came out, so it could be 2011.
There, Master! Snow harpies!
Their screams till the blood to
They grow frenzied. I'll survive. This way.
Okay, so the shoulder buttons let you sort of switch what your attacks do. So that's sort of, that's why, like, to me, it's not, this isn't a Souls game. This is an action RPG fighting game. Ooh. Looks like a mage on my side has imbued my weapon with fire elemental damage. Throwing some lightning damage down. I think I could throw this.
I'll set its wings ablaze.
I'll draw its attention.
So again, those are the NPCs sort of calling out their combat abilities. I was hoping somebody would have... There we go.
We have triumphed.
There, Master, snow harpies.
No! My fire is yours!
I think there's...
Our goal.
There we go. Liquid Vim, I think, is like a healing potion.
Our goal is ahead.
So how about this? How about I'll just sort of, until we get to the heart of the real game, I'll just sort of let it play out.
Arisen, this way, sir.
Getting some healing.
The worm awaits beyond, sir. I should be proud to guide you. We'd hidden away here, for fear of the beasts all around.
Stay ever ready as we advance.
There's a lot of chatter. You may have heard of this.
This way, sir.
I'll heal your
Our
wounds.
army is routed.
We cannot suffer the
plain
worm to
truth.
work any further atrocities.
Beyond that grand door, the dragon makes its roost.
Close by, Arisen. Stay ever ready as we advance.
Sir Pilati. Ugh. Rest in peace. Oh, it's still going on. Oh, God. Ooh. Okay, so this is a healing. At least I thought it was. So I'm going to get into that aura. I thought that healed. I might be near death, so let me see if I can... Somebody's healing me, so that's good. Let's, Harspud Milk recovers a bit of health and stamina, so let's use that. Let's use another one. And let's see if I can do better. So you see the bar up top. It's got the health bar and then 2 dots. Those 2 dots are telling me you gotta deplete the health bar twice. There we go. There we go. We've separated the snake's body from the chimera, so now it can't do the poison. Oops, somebody's down, so let me get over there and get them back up. There we go, grabbing on. Now I can just go to town. Gotta watch your stamina, though. I'm gonna release, just so I don't get thrown.
You shall not cast!
Back on. Nice. Ooh, Morgana's.
Watch for the goat's magic! Don't let fear keep you back!
There we go. Goat, I think, might be down. Oh, so we had to do it 3 times. Once for, you can see now we're on the 3rd. Alright, alright. Had my weapon imbued with flames. You can see they're a little bullet spongy, but that's okay.
They hold the advantage! Hit the lion with magic while it's stopped.
See if I can get up towards its head.
I can't do
I'll mount it and obey the lion. Physical attack!
Gotta release because I'm getting rolled. You're not gonna hold it, sir.
Continue the attack!
There we go. Chimera down. You can see this isn't a Souls. This is chaotic. It's jumping around. It's grabbing. It's just button mashing, slashes. It's doing special attacks. This is not the delicate.
Now choose, flee, or step forth. Take hold of what lies beyond. Claim mastery over the eternal ring.
and countless lifetimes come to pass. Le plaisir délectueux que je ne veux d'une occupation de. I don't speak French, so that was my destruction and insulting attempt at it. Destructive and insulting attempt. All right, and with all of that, you might be asking, like, so what's going on? I have no idea. It's just in media res. It's probably the most in media res I've ever experienced in a video game. View poses. Sure. Do we have to check out what he's working with? Ba-boom. Sure. Okay, that's fine. I'll confirm. Name. Please enter name. Okay. Sure. Moniker. Oh. I don't need, Okay, so the moniker is just for, like, if my name was not safe for work. That's okay. Is that not working, though? Why is that not, Okay. Adonis feels pretty on the nose. Bangkok feels kind of B-A-N-C-O-C-H. Let's see what the options are. See if it actually has my name in here. It has Art, Arturo. Let's do Arturo. Well, I mean, that's technically my name, but let's just do Art. Although I did see Artesian. Let's do that. Perfect. Base body. I don't really care. But I guess I should go through the options just in case. Grizzled old man. The weirdest abs in the game. Just a hulk of a human being. Again, I'm just going to go with whatever. Voice. No, wait. It's going a little ape with the voice modulator. Good enough. Okay, select a category you like to change with left. Okay, that's fine. No. I think we're good. Yeah, I'm ready to play, because who cares? So in the opening cinematic, it looks like the dragon came through a portal. I don't know if it has any connection to the opening scene. Our hero finds himself on a beach in a quiet fishing village. Little does he know, his life is about to change by staring into the sun.
Hear ye, hear ye! The prophets have spoken, friends. The dragon's return is nigh. Join the honourable Duke's ranks and help us be rid of the fell beast. The day's come to lay down rod and reel and take up the sword.
It's the dragon!
Dragon Dogma's neck game is on point. Look at those things.
Get to the boat, quickly! Pick a barn!
Again, we're getting sort of a similar tutorial. You can see I'm doing no damage, and this thing's got like how many pips on there? 8, 9. So I can't really hurt this thing.
Io acquarata misquierait. Acquarata de Dio mi esquarota junto la Gregori, ne
So there we go. That is the double intro to Dragon's Dogma. A game that asks the question, how much fantasy should you start your game with? And the answer is all of it.
Help me! He's still alive!
I genuinely love the music in this game. Unironically, it's so both over the top and haunting. At some point, it rocks out, I thought.
Take up arms, newly arisen.
There we go. All right, it is time for you to begin your journey as Arisen, but before you can win your heart back from the dragon, you'll need to prepare. Let's check the quests. We've got Newly Arisen. We've got the completed quest, Harbinger of Destruction. We saved the dragon. Sorry, we didn't save the dragon. We saved the town by facing the dragon. But now we need to take a weapon to start planning our vocation. So this is sort of part of character creation, right? I have different options. We've got a staff if we want to go more sorcery. I guess we could take water. Oh, yeah, if we had an empty flask. Swords, twin daggers, which are probably like an assassin. So here we go. Select vocation. So vocations are kind of... Now, again, I'm going into this pretty cold since the last time I played it, which was, again, right after release. Roughly right after release. But basically, you start with your most classic... Got a ranger, got a fighter, you got a mage. I mean, maybe Strider you could say is a little bit like a thief, but it's a little bit more ranger, but it's got daggers and bows. Fighters are your basic tank, and mage, of course, is a mage. And all these vocations can develop into something else. They can be advanced singularly into something pretty powerful. Fighters, you know, they can do pretty well. They can all do pretty well, right? Mages are your typical like glass cannons. The magic in this game, I gotta say, is pretty cool. So I'm not gonna play a mage, but I'm gonna definitely have some help in my party that is a mage, just so you can see it popping off. I tend to lean towards this kind of character, Strider. Fighter is probably usually my second choice. Mostly you're just a tank. You know, you're going to deal damage, but mostly be high on defense and attracting attention. But I'm going to choose Strider for now. And now I can equip myself with a primary and secondary weapon. Primary weapons such as swords and daggers are combat essential. Secondary weapons like bows and shields offer support. So... what we can do is now we can go to, I think this one's for our equipment. Primary is that. Let's move that to, nope, I guess it's already there. Okay. Do we have any armor? No. What's this? Plebeian shirt. Fisherman's tatters. Okay. Anyway, well, so you've got so you got your clothing and your armor. So if you're doing a little fashion souls, you can do that. What happens if we take this off? I mean, that's kind of a look. It kind of works. Do I not? There we go. Let's get some pants on. Nope. Okay. So you can see you got different slots. It's a lot of little menus to dig through. But there you go. We got Now we got a map of our starting town. This circle indicates the quest area, so that's good. Our quest, of course, is to now exit the room.
What? Why is this happening?
Ah, the horror. The horror of it.
Nope. You know, it's good to explore around and, you know, pick up what you can. Some things might prove useful. Some things you can just maybe sell. Another reason why I don't see this as like a Souls game. Well, let's see what this...
Say it left a glowing scar?
Yes. The wound has closed, and it seems the worst has passed, but his heart lies silent.
If you would face me. You are sure of this?
Yes.
Ill magic, the work of some curse. The whole world's already gone mad for fear of this dragon. Won't no good come of this. I must go see to the others, Kina. Tell me if aught changes here.
All right.
All right. Defeating foes and completing quests earns you experience, and each level gained raises all of your attributes. Press start to bring up the pause menu where you can check your attributes, a full map, quest information, and more. So again, they're sort of telling you... they dumped you super duper into media res and then threw you into a boss battle, which they probably take it a little easy on you, but that's before they tell you like how the game actually gets played.
You should be abed. I wish you would not strain yourself so. I worry for you, cuz.
Are we cousins? I thought we had a thing going on, but...
The chief says your injury could be a curse from the dragon. If so, that's not something I know how to heal. There must be a way. You were not the only one to suffer the wrath of the worm, cuz. There were many wounded. Others, some were not so fortunate. The whole village was worried about you. They'd be well relieved to see you up and about. Perhaps you might go and see the others, if you feel well enough. You fight for this village, and here I sit with my hands at my sides. Oh, I feel so very helpless.
So...
I tremble to think what the dragon might have wrought without your brave defiance. Our village burned to a cinder.
Can you burn
but
through their
with the sea
dialogue like in a
so much
Souls game?
driftwood.
Our village burned to a cinder or swept to sea like so
We
much
all of us
driftwood.
appreciate your sacrifice. Praise the Maker, your home was left standing. Though I am pleased to say most of the damage caused by the attack has been mended by now. We've buried our new dead at the church. Spare them a final prayer, won't you? I fear we know precious little of your condition. I only ask you not take your wellness as license for wildness. Be careful.
So I don't know how much of this is essential, or if it's just filler dialogue.
I only ask
Okay, so maybe that's... Okay, so maybe there we have burn through. We're going to pick this up. Yeah, I mean, you know, like there's like... much more comparisons I think can be made to games like Skyrim. Clearly, you know, the combat is much more... You know, I think the creators were Devil May Cry guys. You know, I know it's that kind of game. I just I don't know if it's literally that. And so the combat's going to have a lot of that feel to it. You know, you're collecting items. The food can decay, so there's a little bit of just a hint of like survival kind of going on, where you got to worry about things like that. Casardis, it's our starting town. You progress through the game by completing quests. Always talk with the people you meet. They'll surely have aught for you to do. People who bear an icon above their head possess special information. Those bearing green icons have new quests to offer. So it's a little like an MMO interface. When this game first came out, for some reason, I don't know if it was corrected by the Dark Arisen, but you would play with letterboxing to, I guess, make it feel more epic in sort of visual presentation. But at the same time, people worried about burn-in on older like plasma screens. I find this game to be kind of nice looking. I know it's dated. And again, it's not like the most AAA title in the world, but I was pretty happy with how it looked. Some items can be combined with others to produce surprising results. Experiment and see what you come up with. So there's crafting. There's quests. Yeah, so when people say Dark Souls, I think they're trying to make a comparison with just the combat. But even that feels wrong, so... But it's good to explore this town, if nothing else, to pick things up. But also you can explore... You know, you have some abilities to get around. It's not just rolling and... Like, even Elden Ring had a jump, but not much else. This lets you grab onto ledges, pull yourself up.
Hey.
Which you could say gives it some comparisons to Ultima 8. You can raise your affinity with people by giving them items or completing the quests they ask of you. Performing actions that people dislike will decrease their affinity for you. Again, not something you have to worry about in Souls, really.
Them beasts will burn the whole world up, way I see it. Save someone can stop them. Them beasts will burn the whole world.
I guess he's talking about the dragon, which, okay, I could... We're all a little on edge after what we just saw. I get it. Hemp, okay. But yeah, and so this kind of stuff I genuinely really like. The, you know, and Elden Ring lets you do this a little bit more than, well, more than any Souls game. I thought you could jump up onto the roof. There we go. You know, use torrents and stuff like that. You can get to some pretty interesting places that you might not have been meant to get to. Like this chest. Oops. So this kind of exploration I really enjoy. Can I get up? Can you smash? What happens if I smash that? Okay, just trying to see. So it looks like left shoulder is going to bring up my bow actions. Right shoulder, Scarlet Kisses, I think, is a dagger attack, so I think I just got to remember that. So again, you just go around town.
Oh, it's you. The one what stood against the dragon when he set on the village. I hear fearsome tell of your wounds. Is there aught I can do for you?
So they use the word aught, A-U-G-H-T, I think in a number of different ways. One is for anything. But I thought they used it a different way in the conversation between the mother and her, the woman and her father.
Have you seen Cortez, cousin? I've not seen my brother since the dragon came. He's not among the injured either.
So are they tending to the wounded, or are they stealing corpses' shoes? These are the questions we're going to answer.
Walking about, cousin, with that wound. You're made of sturdier stuff than I, that's sure. I know you had good cause, keeping the others safe, but I'd not thought you prone to such madness.
So yeah, so I mean, we're gonna go through the town here. It really does pay to go basically everywhere. Let me check the map. Okay, so they're telling something's going on over here. So let's check our. So we got the area, and we got all of Grancis, which is the continent. So you can see like this. It's a pretty big map. Yeah, and I apologize. Let me think for a second. This is a little bit scrambled because I think the game itself sort of opens in a scrambled way. Let's check our quests. We have no current quests. That's interesting. So they're just sort of pointing us to leave town, but we're not going to do that just yet. Oh, okay. Let's see. You want to pick up everything you can. And again, I think you want to smash boxes. So in that sense, that is a little Dark Souls. You sort of roll through all the crates. Pick up some carrots. I think those kinds of things, if you eat them, they can restore some stamina. They can restore some health, things like that. But again, you really want to... Maybe you don't want to. I really enjoy getting into some weird spots. You know, I feel like... What happens if I get up here and then land on this thing? And, you know... Most of the time, nothing. But sometimes you never know. And it's, yeah, I'm a big fan of that kind of... So there we go. Got a flask of water from inside that box. So let's see what this quest is.
I'd craft dressings for the wounded had I the makings. If only I'd known. Cuz I need a favor. Can you fetch the flowers I need from outside the village? I need more of the one you see there. And one other sort besides. The more you can find, the better.
All right. Available quests change as you progress through the game. Additionally, you can always consult the quest section of the pause menu for your current objectives. People with red icons appearing over their heads have information relevant to your priority quest. If you have several quests ongoing at the same time, you can set one as priority in the quest section of the pause menu. Again, that's a Skyrim-y kind of approach, right? Doing so will make all the people, places, and things relevant to the priority quest appear prominently on your minimap. Okay, Deliver flowers to Benita.
The wounded need medicine, cousin.
Okay.
The mixture calls for 2 types of flowers. Speak to the others for more word on that. I ask you this favor because I trust you, good fisher. I know you'll not leave these people to suffer.
So I'm not quite sure what the flowers are.
Can't go near the water for fear of monsters? Best you watch yourself.
So it seems like that's just, in my mind, I take that as kind of like filler dialogue. Let's see what's, I feel like this is the other half of the building I live in. I thought.
I hear Benita has you picking flowers for her. Pray, just be cautious, cousin. The monsters grow bolder by night. If you must leave the village, go prepared.
That is a very true thing in this game. Day and night are totally different, and night is a beast.
I do not fancy the thought of you going off on your own, but I trust in your judgment. If you come by the inn, you can always rest until the hour you wish to set out. In any case, take care. What can I do you for?
Yeah, we're going to charge you, but yes, you can always rest. All right, so I've got 2,000 gold, I guess. You can store items. Maybe it's sort of like a system where I can go to any inn and pick it up later. I'm not sure.
Take care now.
That'd be helpful if it was, but I don't know. And then here's like a notice boards across Grancis advertise quests, errands, and favors that you can choose to undertake. So we got a couple different things. We got Reclaim the Roads, Goblin Raid. Reclaim the Roads is defeat 10 bandits, and you get annelid stilettos. I assume that's a kind of knife, but it doesn't, you know, I said the word ought. Like a rivalry twixt the bandits of the West and South drives them ever. There's a lot of words that I like in this game that you could argue feel awkward, but so the reward for this would be 500 gold, 500 experience for these. A rivalry twixt the bandits of the West and South drives them to ever bolder crimes as one competes against the other. Do they not see that now is the hour to band together against the worm? Pray, clear the southern roads of these fool thieves. So you got the Goblin Raid, which is killing 10 goblins. That might be a little further away. These I don't know if these are timed or not. Rat Catcher, just slay 7 mice. I guess it doesn't really matter where you do it as long as you slay 7 mice. And then he should be so lucky as to kill 5 rabbits. This one I think I struggled with because I couldn't find 5 rabbits and they're quick. South Grancis I think is roughly where we are. So let's try accepting that quest for now. I guess if these things are not... 'Tis a fool dismisses goblins as a harmless nuisance. What poses no threat to an armed soldier can still kill a woman or child. Maybe there's no reason to not accept them. I have no idea. I'll just take them all. So you can see it auto saves once we do that. I don't think there's any shame in stealing, but I don't think you... I don't know if you can cook. I don't know if it's that kind of detail or if it's just you pick up the food and eat it. I've been playing a lot of Outward recently, which is another quirky, interesting RPG of sorts, but it's got really heavy survival parts to it, so it would matter if you ate a raw fish. It would make you sick. This, I don't think... does the same thing. Let's see. Purchase equipment and useful items from shops or wandering merchants you encounter on your travels. Let's see what this person says. You can restore health and stamina and advance the passage of time at any inn. Let's sheath. I just want to talk.
Gathering ingredients, eh? You often see those flowers growing at the roots of bigger trees. Not that I'm fain to brave the roads these days. Just see you're not injured yourself, good fisher.
They don't seem to be stating the name of the flower. After accepting a quest, first note the quest marker on your map, then continue by searching for the required items or information. Quest markers will vary based on time, location, and your target's actions. If you've come to an impasse in one quest, why not try progressing through another? You may find a solution to your initial problem. So what do we got? It's telling us for our, let's see, area. Grand Sis, okay. Let's go to quests. When you've accepted multiple quests at once, you may set one as your priority. So which one should we do? Doing so will make all people, places, and things sure. So right now, floral delivery is our priority. We need Sunbright and Moonglow for poultice. I imagine Sunbright's during the day, Moonglow at night. So let's view on map. Okay, well, let's head out into the world for now.
There's talk of monsters emerging from the shadows all along the shore. Nasty things, too. The bride, they call them. They say they're many, and yet one, whatever that means. Seems this bride can be bested once more. Naught to do but avoid the water's edge.
Let me just see if there's an auto way to save. So I'm going to go tiptoe down by the water and see if it happens here. I think you can fish. Barehanded like a boss. Nope. Okay. So that's what happens, I guess, when you get too far out into the water. I was sort of saying this maybe a little bit when I was playing Starfield for the brief stint I do that. And maybe when I'm playing Darklands, I just get lost. Like I'll just start, like I got a quest I'm supposed to be doing, but suddenly I get distracted by like what's under this bridge. What's, thought I saw something on this side. Like was there a cave entrance? Like what's through there? I just sort of get, distracted like that, and then I'm just off exploring. In games like Skyrim, it's just as simple as, you know, can I get on that hill? Doesn't seem like much of an objective, but it's, I just love spending time in the world, which is why I was contemplating just switching to easy mode, because the combat, I'm just like, yeah, who cares? I just want to see stuff. Starfall Bay. Can't tell if I just... Well, let me first open this. I don't know if you can damage chests. Interventive. It's a little tricky. I keep hitting left shoulder, right shoulder to... attack, because I'm just coming off of Dark Souls 2, before which I was just coming off of Dark Souls 1, before which I was just coming off of Demon Souls. Yeah, no, let me check the map. Starfall Bay. Looks like this is sort of the end of this area. Yeah, there's the tunnel. It's going to take me a little bit to get used to the button layout. Again, I'm coming off of back-to-back-to-back Souls games, which were a blast. And, you know, just... Oh, empty flask. Where's that? I just came off of Dark Souls 2. I ended up skipping the DLC. There's a very good chance I might do that here as well. I've actually never done the Dark Arisen content, which I've heard is sort of like a very high-level end-game difficult, like dungeon crawl, which is great. But I don't know. Oh, I don't know where I'll go with it in particular. I was saying, like in a lot of the Dark Souls 2 playthrough, a lot of what made it smoother this time as opposed to my early playthroughs was that I was done in about 30 hours. With my schedule these days, with life in general, you know, with stuff like this, 100 hours is just like, ugh. 20, 30-hour game is like a lost art. And in the Dark Souls playthrough, I talked a little bit about how, like, one of the reasons I like Fable so much, the original Fable. I forget what the others clocked in at, but I think we talked.
There's talk of monsters emerging.
Yeah.
Nasty. Seems this.
So maybe is that why you take damage when you enter the water? Just as sort of an explanation of. Because I didn't go deep enough to drown, but it did seem to start doing something. Fisherman's house. So one thing I'm really bad at is keeping track of where, sort of methodically working through an area, which is sort of a frustration that I have with myself because I get irritated when I don't see everything. Let's see.
Who's the fella to turn to?
Some terror of that dragon, eh?
Oh, it looks like there's stuff. Okay, yeah, I guess they were right here on the front line, so to speak. Can you get up any? No? Okay. Yeah, I gotta make sure I don't overlook getting up onto ledges and stuff. Iola's house. I don't know if I know. Just straight up taking cash out of Iola's house.
Fate mocks me. I thought to run, even made a start of it. Yet here I am again.
I thought the green warish, I thought that was an herb you could use to heal, maybe? So, yeah, I mean, but obviously there's crafting in this game. There's everything you expect from a pretty robust open world RPG, which are sort of my favorite kinds of games.
It's a mercy so much of the village was spared. I only wish I had more to offer.
Okay. Let's see. Green warish, a common herb used in preparing tisanes or tisanes. Consume it to recover a bit of health. So you can see bottled haste, throat drops. Oh, that's interesting. I wonder, does something happen to you where you can't... Well, maybe there's like spells and stuff that prevent you from speaking. Liberating brew. So you can see, I think I've picked some of this. Interventive. Medicine that rights whatever ails the body, cures most physical debilitations. Cool. Okay. We got lanterns. I don't know if I have one. I don't know if I want to blow almost everything I own on that. Pickaxe. Obviously you can mine ore. Airtight flask will help preserve things. It says right there, preserve materials. Place an item inside to prevent it from perishing. So, like I was saying, the food spoils. That's one way to help that along. Poison arrow, sleeper arrow, oil arrow, dragon spit. You can see there's a lot going on here. We got swords, which are not my thing. But you can sort of see below. It sort of shows you the classes that can use it. Looks like upper left might be a warrior or whatever it was, a fighter. Right below it might be a strider. I don't know. I think the center. Maybe I'm a strider. I'm losing track of what I am. I think I would be the center. I truly have no idea, but it's just sort of showing you, so I can use the criteria and the throat cutters. But again, I don't want to drop that kind of money on anything yet. There's some fashion souls to be had. You can sort of see what it would look like on you. On the left. Yeah, I don't think I can wear this. It might be armor that's a little bit too heavy, the faded vest. Leather jacket. Oh, I can pull that off. Okay. That might be worth it. What do I got? 2100. Yeah, let's I wonder why that's so much more. Let's see if we can get an outfit going. It's 1200. So you can sort of see on the left right next to
I only wish I had more to offer.
quests. I mean, I know. Are these all out in the wilderness? They all are. Floral deliveries not. I feel like there was another quest somewhere here in town, though. I very particularly remember. I'm just going to grab everything. Probably. I remember a quest where you had to chase somebody, and I don't know if that's something I pick up later or it's something I can do now. I remember it because I always struggled with it. What's the point of the... Can I climb on this? Yeah. Again, I mean, why would anybody store anything up here? I have no idea. But I love that they reward taking a look. All right. Nice. Is there something else here, though? Okay. All right. It's interesting that they don't let you, like you could take multiple gathers. Okay. I assume that's all crafting stuff. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it, but I think I talked to these two already. Now, one of the people in town was saying, like, you know, we just buried our dead at the new graveyard at the church. I don't know if that was, like, trying to hint at going up there, if it was just providing detail without any ulterior motive. But let's take a look real quick. Oh, I guess so. Okay.
Where do the curing flowers grow? Have you had a look by the shore? If not now, by night, perhaps? I recall seeing some
Oh.
the eve of the last full moon.
I know you're mourning a recently lost loved one, but if you could just tell me where to get the thing I need. Is that it?
Where do the curing...
Okay.
I recall...
No one knows what tomorrow may bring.
Let's, can we get into the church? Is there anything there?
Stay a moment. I would not ask this of anyone but you, cousin. I have news for Merin. Dark news. I fear I cannot bring myself to face him. Will you go in my stead? His brother is dead. It happened on the shoreways. We were fleeing the worm, and Cortez leapt before the beast's talons to shield us. I saw it. Saw him hurtling through the air. Saw him fall back to the ground. I did nothing. Just watched the poor man die. I cannot face Merin for the shame of it. He deserves to know what happened, but please go and tell him.
Okay.
Tis selfish to beg a favor in such times, I know. But there is aught I would ask your help in.
So sometimes it's anything here. Is it something I would... So yeah, they use ought in a lot of different ways.
Might we speak a moment? My thanks. Tis a sensitive matter. I would ask your discretion. In the wake of the dragon's coming, many of the villagers have come to offer prayers. As a novice and a newcomer, I welcome the chance to be of use, but my scriptures are missing. I have yet to commit the verses to memory. Without the text, I cannot offer up a proper prayer. The scriptures were secure in the chapel last I saw them. I do not wish to believe them stolen.
This is the one I remember. Okay.
If you come upon them, pray see them back.
I think.
I would be ever in your debt.
What I can help you with? Would that the prophecy had been a bit more specific, eh?
All right. Whoop. Wrong button.
'Twas me. I confess it. I took the father's book from the chapel.
Oh, that was easy.
I tried to go back and find the book, but I was in such a panic as I ran. I just wanted to look at it. Just curious is all. Forgive me. I cannot remember where I lost it. I thought to steal a glance and then return it, but the dragon came and I dropped it as I ran. Cor, what am I to say to him now?
All right. Is there any more information? Like, where did you run?
I confess it. I took the father's book from the chapel. I tried to go back. Forgive me. I dropped...
It's not a bad-looking game, in my mind. Can you... No, these are too big. I mean, I get that it's not going to be Unreal Engine 5 level stuff, but this game's... I don't know, how many years old? I think Dark Arisen was... Can I fall down there without getting hurt? Dark Arisen might have been 2014-ish. The original game was 2010, 2011 or something. Again, it's worth exploring. Not exactly sure how to get down, but what can I gather? Okay. Maybe I can get back up. Oh, maybe I can go this way? Maybe like a cascading set of... Feels a little low to the ground here. Let's see if I can... There we go. Okay, cool. You got your day-night cycle going on, obviously. So maybe over here is where you pick up the moon stuff at some point. Nope. B does not sprint. It's left stick. I gotta remember that. But yeah, I mean, you got your starting town. You got your basic... A couple of fetch quest kind of missions to work from. But I appreciate that... you know, to find the herbs, they sort of motivate a little bit by saying it's for a poultice to help people that have been injured. I like that it hasn't been like, hey, there's rats in the basement, which I think even like a game that I love, Icewind Dale, does. Some games get to the point where they make fun of that trope, but they still do it.
What? Cortez is found? I see. Elvar has suffered in this as well. Cortez made his choice. He faced his end with valor and died a man. Elvar bears no fault in that. He has no cause to blame himself. My thanks, good Fisher. I am sorry this burden fell upon you. I shall go and put Elvar at ease. That cursed dragon scattered our pier into kindling. That cursed
So the reason why I'm being a little particular about this is because I want to make sure, as I've said in Dark Souls, my one pro tip is try and overlevel as much as possible. And even if you can't do it to the same degree that you can in a Souls, or well, Elden Ring, you can probably still do a little bit. Even in, like, you know, I was thinking about Divinity Original Sin 2 the other day. And I remember the first time I was co-oping it with my brother, we kind of struggled on the opening island. And on subsequent playthroughs, I sort of after we beat it, I sort of soloed it again because I just enjoyed that game so much. I'm like, let me try like this, or try a lone wolf build, or whatever I did. And I found that simply by really being methodical and making sure I got every single quest in a particular, you know, the order didn't matter so much, but you could sort of like get this quest before you realized you could get this quest kind of stuff. I managed to, I think I was able to get like one extra level, and just that one extra level made all the difference in sort of snowballing the rest of the opening island content. Now the opening island is massive. I don't want to make it sound like it's like a 20-minute, but it really made the difference. And so I'm just trying to make sure I do that here, because I don't know, I can't recall if this is necessarily a particularly punishing game or incredibly difficult. It's not like you have to sit there and get good, bro. It's not that kind of game, as you can see. It's just a role-playing game. And so that's why I was so tempted, like I said, to grab it on Moonglow. There's one on easy. Just because, like, for me, it's just about running around, exploring, you know, showing off what the combat's meant to be, but you don't need to see me, like, suck ass at it. As I said before, I've already beaten this game. I got nothing to prove. The Dark Arisen stuff, though, I think is truly, I don't know if punishing is the right word, but it is difficult. Now that I think about it, I may have dipped my toe into it a little bit. Maybe when it first came out. I don't know if it was... I think I played this game on the Xbox 360. I mean, I currently own it on PC, Xbox. You know, I assume that legacy stuff carries over. I got it on the PlayStation. I don't know if I have it on the Switch. There might have been a time where I was optimistically thinking, oh, I could play this on the road. Because I've intended to have a replay of this for a long time, so... And now is a great time to do it for a couple of reasons. One, you know, for the few people that swing by this channel, and mostly, I know a lot of you have come by because of the Souls content, and there will be more. You know, you might like some other stuff out there, and that stuff might come from. Let me see if take oil. Yeah, so you can fill up flasks with oil. I've got some empty flasks. Like, you know, I mean, because like everybody knows Skyrim, right? You know, probably a lot of people know this game as well, especially given how much they tried to Souls it up in reviews and descriptions.
That man you are speaking with, he's of the Pawn Legion. They come from some unknown place, just appear without a warning. They're a strange lot.
I appreciate that this surprisingly jacked retiree was here to explain that.
Not human, quite. They look the part, sure enough, but they lack the will, the spark, what drives us. They have no capacity to feel nor act alone, so they live as sellswords. Myrmidons, they're called. There's an encampment west of the village where men gather to face the dragon. I'd wager a fair number of his kind will be there as well. Why don't you take him? Might be you learn aught of why he came to you in the first place.
Before leaving, visit the store to make sure you've ample supplies.
Okay, so so just entering the water, the reason why you start taking hits is because...
Purchasing equipment here in Cassidus will make for a safer trip to the encampment. Purchasing equipment here in Cassidus.
So is Rook my pawn? So what makes this game kind of cool is that it's got this pawn system.
I suppose the villagers take turns standing watch. Why do you suppose the well is sealed?
What? Do you need something?
And so these pawns are basically like NPC teammates, right? I desperately wish you could do co-op in this game. I understand that's complicated. That might be a lot to ask, et cetera, but I would love for this to be co-op so much. But the pawns, what they do is they provide, you know, a balanced party. So what I should say is this. One of the great things about this game is that I've been in discussions, or I don't know if I don't think I said it, but I've been part of discussions where this game has been described as a really good interpretation of, okay, we're getting a lot of stuff we probably needed before, but a lot of really good classic D&D vibes in a computer role-playing game. Now, it's not literally D&D the system, but it is very much in my mind, and I don't know if I said this or somebody said this, I forget who said it. It's really accurate in my mind. And so what it helps you do is you know, like I'm sort of a ranger at the moment. It'll help me Okay. I think you can get down there. I don't know how exactly at the moment. But yeah, and so what the pawns do is they provide you with some AI party members. But the interesting thing is they can sort of, quote-unquote, gain experience. I just want to check by the water to see if there's any more of the moon things out here, or if I'm supposed to go outside of town to collect it. Anyway. So eventually I'm going to probably have like a healer, a sorcerer, probably some kind of tank rook. And I'll be like some kind of archer or magic archer, whatever I end up doing. And then you sort of got your D&D party, right? You got your archetypes. And so when they gain experience, the interesting thing is they will tell you like, hey,
that pawn will be looking to head west to the encampment, no doubt. Why don't you see him there? He'll not make the trip on his own. His kind will rot where they stand, unless a human orders them to move.
They will also tell you about stuff going on in the area if they've experienced it in a different playthrough.
I hear Benita has you picking flowers for her. Pray, just be cautious, cousin. The monsters grow bolder by night. If you must leave the village, go prepared.
Yeah, that's what I'm a little nervous about.
I fancy the thought of you going off on your own, but I trust in your judgment. If you come by the inn, you can always rest until the hour you wish to set out. In any case, take care. What can I do you for? Take care now.
Okay. Let's, I think we're going to have to leave town to look for these flowers if we can get close to the water. So yeah, so you can get your sort of classic D&D party. And you can do, you know, this is a very classic D&D kind of adventure. Giant dragon shows up.
This path should see us there.
I need a lamp. So the question is, it must be the other one. Okay. Fill the lantern with oil. And I guess that's how sort of crafting works. And then let's use. Okay. Manually save, sure. So you hook it up to your belt, and you're on your own.
We'll have need of a lantern if we hope to search by night.
Right, so we're trying to get down to the water. You can hear the song, the soundtrack. Like I said, I like the music. So we've found one flower we need. There's another one over there. Nope. But it's up top, so we got to come down from above. Okay, let's see if we can do that. So yeah, you know, through the ponds you can build out like a D&D-esque party. You know, you got your adventure, like a dragon shows up and is threatening the world. It's weird that it like steals your heart and eats it and tells you to come get it. But, you know, whatever. They'll gather stuff for you. Maybe they hold on to it for you as well. I don't know. But they'll sort of run around and, like, if you miss something, they'll run over and grab it. Like I was saying, they can gain experience. Like, at some point, I will make a character, a pawn myself, and I can customize it to whatever I want it to be. And I can put it out there for other people to use. It's sort of like the, like how Souls games have, you know, messages and stuff like that you can leave between players. In this game, what you do is you leave a pawn. And if you leave a pawn, you know, the quest that you take the pawn on, they will remember. And they will tell the person that they're working with in something that's sort of become a meme about how much the pawns talk. But they'll just, yeah, they'll tell you information that they've acquired in other worlds. Looks like stuff's going on here. I don't know if I'm ready for it.
Goblin!
Yeah, I know. Oops, this might be too much. If they're all coming. Being wet can be like a status effect. Elements like being warm, wet.
I'll take down the most of them. We need
Gotta be careful with your stamina, though. You might have given me... There you go, that's another thing he's telling you. If you pick the one that's the boss, the rest can freak out. Oops, I missed. There you go. Give me a little info. But I'm wiped out. So you gotta be careful.
This area is likely. Let's take a look around.
So you get to create one. The rooks, or whatever they call not rooks, the pawns. You get to make one for yourself. You get to customize one, and then you can grab two others. And like I said, those are often sort of compiled from ones that other players have made and uploaded. I mean, they don't upload it. It's automatically done. There's another flower. Where I heard it. This isn't the most powerful class. I think if I were like min-maxing, I could... Like I said, I've heard fighters are really good. Sorcerers do the most damage. But I just like playing this kind of character. So, you know, it's... I think they're all viable. So why not do the one that's the most fun? Also, you know, like, so I can, you know, hang back a little bit. I can pop harpies that are flying through the air. You know, stuff like that. But you can see, like, it is pretty dark. And so without some kind of lantern going on, you could be in real trouble. And this is something we've, you know, again, I mentioned Game Outward, which really pushes the survival part a lot harder. I like that. You know, it's a nice touch, especially, you know, after talking about Dark Souls 2 and whatever they did or did not do with their lighting engine and what they were, you know, intending or trying to pull off. What do I got? I need... Let's see if it tells me on my quests how I'm doing. Okay, well, it doesn't seem to tell me exactly what I'm missing at the moment, but... let me see if it's in my equipment. Nope. Would it be equipment? No, I think it'd be the other one. Let's take a look. We've got... Nope. I think we needed 5 of each, and I'm not sure... Okay, we've got... I don't think that's the right one. I think we need moon something. So now the question is, do they keep quest items in a separate... And the answer is I have no idea. So yeah, you can see you can switch back and forth between, and at some point we're going to have, I think, 4 people here, so... 3 moon glow. Okay. So here's where it would be under materials. So we need 2 more moon glow for this quest. And then... I wonder how we're doing, though. You know, I only looked at the one quest, but how are we doing on Reclaim the Roads? Next details, defeat 10 bandits. Haven't done with that. But did we take one? 7 mice, rabbits. We did that. Okay. With the completed, but yeah, we killed 10. That's, I wonder if that's part of why we maybe gained a level somewhere. Yeah, so we've gotten to one of the quests was like, hey, you know, bring the pawn to this fort. We don't want to actually go in there quite yet. There's some set pieces in there that sort of advances the main story. I'd rather focus. I mean, wow, you can just sort of see how much you can't see at night, right? Like I can barely see the road in front of me. So again, yeah, coming off Dark Souls 2, where I appreciated them trying to...
Careful! A goblin!
Can't even see. There we go. Go some dagger action. See, Rook has okay, so yeah, so as you can see, giving pawns curatives to hold. So you sort of have sort of burnt health is a outward term for that. So the white health I have there, you see my health bar is right below the 243. I'm at max unless something helps me get that back. It's just a little quick time event there. Where'd the wolf go? So you can see the daggers are... Let's see. Oh. There's a little bit of a quick time event again. Having somebody that can buff you up with fire is pretty good here in the early game. A lot... One of the complaints that one of the complaints I have about this game, a lot of these fights come back, and even as you get more powerful, it's not like you're suddenly... Oh, I see. I had it wrong. The white on the bar is the amount of health you can respawn, regain. But it goes down until you rest in an inn or maybe drink potions or eat, stuff like that. So yeah, it has this idea of like burnt health, which again, I know I mentioned is an outward thing. I've been playing a lot of that recently. And the idea is that, sure, I'm going to head back down to the beach just in case I missed any. Definitely like those. So the idea is that you have to heal. You just can't... You have to rest up. You have to... It's not just a matter of like quaff the health potion and you're good. You have to... And it's sort of like a... It's one more thing that makes going out in the wild risk, right? It's one of the things I personally like about Outward. There's a lot of tough things about Outward to like, but one of the things I like is that it's it really makes you consider when you go adventuring, and this game
We need seek out Moonglow.
does it as well in sort of an easier, more maybe fun. Saying it's more fun is a tough thing, but I definitely have more fun playing this than Outward, if only because I have an idea of what to do here. Where an outward, I struggle. You know, I've been playing a lot with my brother, and he sort of said something interesting after our last session. You know, I think we have like dozens and dozens of hours into the game, and he's like, this is the first time I've ever played a game for this long and had no idea what I was doing. One bunny? I feel a little badly about this. I'm not sure why there's a quest to kill rabbits, but it tends to be one I struggle with a little bit because I tend not to pay attention to them. And also I'm like, oh crap, there was one. So it might be too late for the last Moonglow. I think we fell one short, but maybe we can start finding... I think we came up one short, right? Materials. Yeah, so now we need to find the other one, which is over on this, which is Sunbright. View on map. I'm a little concerned that it has me going way over. Probably should conserve. Yeah, let's put that away. Couple more rabbits.
This path should see us there.
I wonder if it's to get, you know, this is gonna be awful, but I wonder if it's to get you to realize, hey, kill these things, pick up meat, get pelts. I wonder if it's just to teach you, like, you can farm stuff. Just an Armageddon of rabbits. So I think this is going to be the Sunbright. Oh.
Strength in numbers, Arisen.
Yeah, what I was trying to say is you don't have to worry about these fights as you go deeper into the game, but I do find that they always are sort of a time tax. Is that the only tree that grows under? I think I picked up 3 and I need 5, but I thought there were more up here. Nope, I don't need ceramic jugs, but... And the truth of the matter is, like, a lot of the stuff walking around picking, you don't have to do that most of the time, right? I have a tendency to see a blinking thing and go for it for some reason.
Careful! A goblin!
How do I?
We have triumphed.
Sure did. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, it's certain. You're looking for, like... Okay, we got the...
Careful! A goblin! Did it!
A lot of people, when this game came out, a lot of people complained is a strong word, but They sort of poked fun at just how talkative the pawns can be, and it's definitely a lot. I never minded it because...
Let's have a look.
All right, blast arrows, nice. So I never minded it because, as I was saying at some point, like, you know, when you build out your 4 characters, you end up with your sort of classic D&D party. And one of the things I love most about this game is that it really creates in my mind the vibe of just an old school D&D adventure that I would play when I was a little kid.
We seek near trees. This path should see us there.
And
to the encampment.
Obviously the mechanics are not the same, right? As D&D, they're not even close. But the vibe of this game, and again, I don't know if I heard somebody say that or if I sort of said that. That's probably the former. I probably heard somebody say that somewhere online, and I really said, yeah, that...
You look well, child.
That's what I'm getting as well. So it's, you know, and so because of that, I kind of built that into part of the experience. Like, you know, everybody's chatting. It's like just, you know...
I thank you, cousin. Pray forgive the trouble my cowardice has placed upon you. Ortiz did not trade his life for mine, so I could wallow in idle self-pity. I live the best I am able, for his sake.
There we go. It's not like in certain games, like specifically like BioWare games, like there's a lot of chatter and stuff that...
'Twas me. I confess it.
I
tried
did
to go out
that.
and find the book. I just wanted to look at. Forgive me. I thought to steal a glance and then return. I dropped it as I ran. Cor, what am I to say to him now?
Okay. Yeah, the stuff in the BioWare games is, you know, it sort of makes the characters feel alive. But in here, it's often very mechanical. They're calling out status effects there. And so it really feels like it fits. And I don't, honestly, I don't mind it. Saying if you come to an impasse in one quest, try another, but I don't know if well, I guess I sort of have by not being able to get the moon plants. Just checking out the roofs while I'm here, right? Might as well. Feel like there's a reason why this stuff's here. Oh, there we go. Seems like a weird place to... drop the book, but I'll take it.
Where did you find it? I'm glad it's found, but see it back to the father for me, please. Thank you.
But yeah, I wanted to, if I hadn't expressly said that, I wanted to say it up top here, like that stuff about the D&D, because that I think is what really hooked me for this game, is when I sort of got that vibe.
Served by a dedicated priest, from what they say.
I am newly come and eager to become part of this place. I wish to be of service. But now, just as others have come to rely upon me, 'tis a shameful failure on my part. I cannot think the scriptures far gone. Pray, help me look around the area.
This is going to come into play later, so you give the item to him. You don't have to.
The scriptures! You found them! Oh, Maker be praised! I cannot thank you enough. Truly, the people of Cassidus are a good-hearted bunch. Now I can once more offer proper prayer on behalf of the village. But I have dallied long enough. There is work for me to do.
There we go. Gained a couple of levels. We got better at our particular... What's this? I'll take it. Need it for my lantern. We got better at our vocation. So I feel like we've tackled most chunk of the starter quests. No, it's the other one. I'm going to do that the whole time. Okay, 10 bandits. We haven't fought bandits yet. 7 mice. All right, we'll have to keep an eye out for mice.
Try not to be too much.
Maybe that's the one I have trouble remembering to do because I can never find them. So let me see if I can hand in the daylight flowers.
Join me for...
At least take care of that part. And then I might actually need to go to the inn. Or I could look for rats. I'm trying to see why it's putting me toward... Is this where she is? Okay, yeah. Let me...
The wounded need medicine, cousin. The mixture calls for 2 types. I ask you this favor because I trust you, good fisher.
Sure, okay, so let's give these over.
Ah, brought the rest of them, have you? All that remains is to find some moon...
Okay. Part of me doesn't want to spend the money, though, to stay at the inn, just to pass the time. Let's see what else we got going on. We could go find bandits. There's another quest around here. I distinctly remember dealing with a thief and having to chase the thief around. Thought I also didn't distinctly remember being able to go down here, but... Was there anything up high? I can't remember. I feel like I might have climbed this already, so I apologize.
A lookout post, is it?
Hello, hello.
Nope.
Perhaps we're being punished for some ill we've wrought.
So here, is it trying to say there's something here? Because again, ought is used in a number of different ways. There's anything here, or is it trying to say there's nothing here, and it's now a new use of the word ought? I mean, obviously it's not that hard to figure out, and nor does it matter that much, but it's just one of those quirks.
We'll have need of a lamp. Hope to search by night.
Yeah, so you can see, like, they often state the obvious, but I thought it was... But again, for me, somehow it's... Oh, this is for fast travel. The fast travel system in this game is cumbersome. It was almost non-existent when the game first came out. It's basically what you do is you have to have these 2 crystals. You have 1 crystal on you and 1 crystal where you want to go. And so you sort of teleport between the 2 crystals. But what ends up... Then when they... What did they do? At some point they released... I don't know if it's because they pre-ordered...
Cloud of unease hangs over the land these days.
Just, you know, people, merchants sort of, now that it's day, it's safe to travel, so they can sort of carry...
A cloud of unease.
Okay. Carry goods back and forth, gather resources, stuff like that. So it sort of makes the world feel a little bit alive.
Bide your time.
Anyway, so you have these crystals. At some point, they did something where they gave me like a jillion points to spend on pawns. And they gave me a ton of those crystals, so I could just sort of drop them everywhere. And I didn't have to worry. I didn't have to sort of pay attention to the... So I could just sort of travel around almost like normal. But I think here they've gone back to a more stringent system with the DLC Dark Arisen. They made it better, easier, more friendly. I don't know what the right word is, but it's still... Oh, okay, he's down, that's why. But it's still a little cumbersome. I guess compared to a game I've mentioned a few times already, Outward, which basically has no fast travel. Anything's preferred, but soldiers guarding the road.
Times are hard indeed.
Well, I guess while we're here and it's daytime, we have to wait for night anyway. Might as well check out this camp. So you can switch over to the map. You know, so here's where we start. Casardis, you know, we sort of travel this road to the encampments. And, yeah.
Can you hear our voice?
I know the way, Master. Follow me.
So this also is something I like. You know, a lot of games, they'll give you some arbitrary, like, follow the glowy trail, stuff like that. This one, it just, again, you know, it has the pawn sort of explain things. Oh, interesting. Select Chronicle from the pause menu. History. Is this the pause? I feel like this is the pause menu. So you can see, you know, status, general. I'm a Strider. That's my class. I've gotten to rank 2 in that class. I'm level 5. You can see all the stats, experience, blah, 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 to the next thing. Yeah, you can get your stats. I couldn't tell you what a lot of these numbers mean. I'm sure there's ways to min-max it and stuff, but here's the basic skills that I have. I think you have to buy more, and I think you can mix and match a little bit. Okay. So there, I guess it would be something.
Have all you need? We are an aid first and foremost, but we offer more than simple lodging. We can safeguard your belongings, or aid in learning new skills.
Oh, okay. All right.
Have your pick, any you like.
300 G for it. Let's see if learn skills. Let's see what we can learn.
Today?
Okay, so Biting Wind. It's a dagger weapon skill. Do more with the bows. We could do core skills. Bump up our stats, I guess. Okay, so that's going to get... Okay. Sure. Okay. That could be helpful, given how much we... That feels like it could be useful over time. It's one of those things where, like... So what I tend to do, what I kind of like about leveling up is trying to pick ones that... So even if you're not actively using it, it's helping things that you're doing. So like that one thing could help every arrow skill that I use. So let's see what I got here. So we can put for the bow. Let's set up Cloudburst Volley. Wait, did I not do it? I did. Okay, cool.
Have your pick. Any you like. Come again soon.
All right. Oops. So we spent some points leveling up.
Well met, Arisen. Can you hear our voice? We speak to you from across great distance. The Pawn Legion has awaited you. Pray, forgive this strange and impersonal greeting. This rift serves as a gate. It connects our kind to your world. It opens to the Arisen, for they possess a will powerful enough to guide the Legion. If you would claim to be among the Arisen, prove the strength of your resolve. Very well. Then we shall guide you in your trial.
Again, usually answering yes is the right answer.
If you are an Arisen in truth, this humble task will prove no obstacle. The Arisen must possess the valor to stand against all threats, and the power to quell them. A tireless spirit of self-improvement grants the strength to lead the Legion. Pray, show it now.
Stone. Strange
I think
power
Vim, liquid Vim, like Vim and Vigor. I wonder if that's like sort of like a health potion of sorts. Let's see what the quest says. Okay, check the area around the encampment until you find a threat that must be quelled. When the threat makes itself known, it is... I'm not sure why you need to search. Maybe it's just, saying, hey, walk around. But yeah, search is not exactly what you'll need to do to find the threat.
Looks like part of a journal. I wonder whose.
Okay. Sounds like a collectible quest that I've just started. I do confess, I don't remember where I have to go in order to find the threat that must be quelled. Here we go.
The beast comes! Hurry!
Just about.
Do something! Do something!
Okay, so they're not letting you leave. Okay. Just gotta figure out where to go.
All ready for battle?
I don't think I'm supposed to leave. Oh no, maybe I am. Okay. There you go. As I said in my Dark Souls 2 playthrough, ogres in Dragon's Dogma, best in the game. I tried Cloudburst Volley. It's not really the right thing here, but... Oh, I'm out of stamina already. Ooh. Get my stamina back up before I do something brave and heroic. Let's jump. I was about to say, jump and grab. It makes for fun because you can end up like jumping. got a weak spot, which is its eye, obviously. And I'm sort of hitting it, I guess. Not really, but... I think, yeah, you can use the legs to take him down. Like, it'll sort of stun him. But I think if you can hit him in the eye, that's a real weak spot. And with these kinds of creatures, I think you want to find the weak spots because they can have a ton of health. Here it was mostly gone by the time we arrived, but, you know, getting through all of that can be rough.
Let us return to the encampment.
Oh, I like that touch. The guy's all beat.
We've done as asked. Let us go and give word of it. Set out from here and we'll be on the path to Grand Sorin.
Alright, so let's go talk to the Riftstone again. That's not the monster I was expecting. Ekbal, located in the command headquarters of the encampment, provides many different support functions to adventurers. Speak with him to rest and heal your wounds, learn and enable useful weapon skills, or store excess items.
With that, your trial is complete. You are the Arisen truth, proven beyond any doubt.
Feels like a low bar.
Now, I bid you select a companion for the journey ahead. They shall serve you, and you alone, to share in your hardships and aid you in every endeavor.
So here's the question, right? I need to now create a pawn. Female, why not? I don't think it actually matters. Pawn name. All right, we're gonna name the pawn Diane after Twin Peaks. So that's good. Okay. Let's see if it's got anything for D. Let's try, there we go, Dante. I don't see a Diane. Diamonds, okay. I'm gonna go with that. Now, what do we want diamonds to be? Oh, I mean, oh, I don't care about this. First one's fine. Does that make us look like siblings? And then it gets weird. Let's do one of those. Oh, but, you know, we know what Diane looks like. Sort of. Yeah, but it's not like any of these. Diane is Laura Dern. Spoilers, but so I'll make her good enough. Okay, here we go. A little bit. This is kind of interesting. It's a little bit like, well, maybe not. I was gonna say it's a little Ultima, old school Ultima, with like answering questions to make your character. Let's do careful prep. Rescue comrades. I'm thinking of this as a support. That's why. Your follower rescues your party and turns the tide of the entire battle. What would you have them say? Again, I'm feeling this person as a support. The perfect spouse. That's getting weird, given the sort of free will questions that surround. Oh, as a ruler, which gift would please you most? Okay. I don't need. No, I mean, our time comes and our time goes. Someone, yeah, you know, someone to take my place so I know things continue in a decent way. So what do we want? Do we want a fighter? We don't want a strider. I'm feeling mage. So basically what we're going to want is I'm a strider, I'm going to be bow and arrow. We're going to want a mage that can heal. We're going to and do elemental buffs like fire on my bow. And then we're going to want a sorcerer that can just nuke planet from orbit because that's the only way to be sure. And then a fighter, you know, so I'm going to pick a mage for now. So that I have hopefully healing and elemental buffs on my weapons. And then I think, again, we're going to be able to get 2 more people at some point.
Our fealty is sworn to you, Arisen. From this day, the Legion's men called pawns live and die by your command.
I've learned a new way to fight their enemy.
Having been recognized as Arisen, you have been granted a loyal pawn to be your constant companion in your journey. In addition to this main pawn, you may hire up to 2 other pawns to support you in your adventures. Different pawns have different strengths, so use support pawns to tailor your party to fit your current needs. In addition to minding level and available skills, the pawn's knowledge is another important part of creating an effective party. Pawns, with appropriate knowledge of quests and foes, can provide helpful advice and battle strategies. Diane's level 2. So yeah, you go into sort of this ether, and now we have 113 RC, you can see. I think that's the money you have to spend. So in theory, these could be... Some of these could be... So Rook's the one we have, and if I want to keep Rook, touching the stone allows you to seek and summon pawns or return to your realm. You may hire only 2 pawns onto your party at any one time. They can then be discharged by speaking with them again. So Rook's who I've got right now. And I think he's sort of a mage, so we want a fighter. That looks like a strider. Strider. So you can sort of see the icon above their head. Dahlia. I'll pick Dahlia.
Yes, Arisen.
You can list for 0 R. So you can sort of see their stats if you want. Rank 2 fighter. That's great.
I am honored to travel with you.
So now we've got Dahlia in our party. Nice. Okay, you can consult the history in the pause menu to view a record of all the pawns you've employed. I think it also records their conversations. Okay, Martin's a mage. We don't need another mage. Johann, these are striders. Red. Sup, Red? Yeah, let's take Red. He's got a fancy outfit.
Yes, Arisen? You cannot take on any more followers without releasing one of your...
So we're going to switch in for...
Very well.
Let me see if I can release Rook.
Is everything in order, Master?
That's fine, because we already have a mage. Okay, so we've got a fighter, a mage, a strider. I'm going to go with another fighter for now. Do I want 2 mages? I just had one and I dumped it.
Yes, Arisen?
For 0 RC, why not? Eventually, like, you'll get, to get higher level. At some point, like, I don't know if they level up with you. They might, you might need to swap them in and out as you move on. So you can see you can search top ranked. We're going to exit the rift. I think we're good to go. So we've got a party of 2 fighters, a mage, and a strider. So we got Diane, Red, Dahlia. There we go.
I've not to say, Arisen.
Ah, a master in his pawn, is it? You'll be quite the force, come the day you learn to fight as one. Mind you, that is a skill better honed in practice than in the heat of mortal combat. I can help in that regard, should you wish it.
So again, we have this mysterious figure that keeps
The men of the Enlistment Corps never turn away the eager. We are ready to begin. Are you? Let me be clear from the outset. I'm a harsh master, whoever the view. You'll complete 3 forms of training in sequence. Each serves to hone a different quality. You'll need more than raw muscle here. If you find a task too difficult to manage, you might reconsider your party. There are other pawns here. You can choose among them if you care. The first task is carrying freight. Haul the lot of them before my count ends. You're free. Many hands lighten any load, as they say. Now, get to it. We'll begin as soon as you're prepared. Just give the...
I'm going to say not yet just because I want to look around.
You can judge the suitability of your party based on that information.
Oh, maybe it's inside. Okay, so let's speak.
We'll begin at your task is to haul all of the freight.
Red, I got this one. Get another one. Where's the circle?
The deadline draws near, sir. We must hurry. There's no time.
Do we do it?
Well done. Meet each challenge with that vigor, and you'll make for a fine warrior before long. Next is combat training. You'll face my Scarecrow army here. Destroy them before my count ends. A large group will be of help again, but you must choose your companions wisely.
So what I'm hoping is that maybe my mage can buff all of us with fire.
A company all
So
doing
3 of
the
us get the
same
buff from the
thing
one.
is less effective than using a varied approach. Choose well. We'll begin as soon
Let's see what
you'll
happens.
set about destroying scarecrows this time. Get them all before my count ends.
I'll sell it with a spell.
This scarecrow's weak to blows.
Or any...
The deadline draws near.
Oh, okay, that's what I was wondering.
There's no time.
Oops.
Force alone will topple them.
We have triumphed.
Okay.
Well done. Meet each challenge with that vigor, and you'll make for a fine warrior before long. Right then. Finally, you'll be destroying more scarecrows, but don't expect a repeat of the last. There are 2 sorts of scarecrow, each with its own weakness. One falls only to steel and brute force.
That might be a problem.
If you're not mindful of how you attack them, you'll fail. Strike fast and strike hard. Vary your party and your tactics until you find success. Use your head. We'll begin as well. It's back to the scarecrows for your last.
Okay.
I'll fell it with a spell.
So you can tell which ones only have magic. So hopefully the AI knows.
Weak to blows.
Force
alone will topple them.
We have triumphed.
Did we do it?
Enough! That's the fastest I've ever seen him done. And on a task fit to challenge even a seasoned warrior. Well done. You've completed your training. See now the difference well-selected partners can make. Yes, no doubt, no doubt. You'll learn the rest from actual combat. If you have trouble, examine your party.
I feel more familiar with this quest now.
If your strategies seem toothless against your foes, try changing your party makeup, enabled skills, and equipment.
I've gained quest knowledge.
What to do in this quest?
So Diane will level up. I think the other ones you have to sort of swap in and out. But as you heard, you know, she said, I've learned what to do in this quest. So now if somebody hires her as a pawn, two things happen. One, she can help them by, you know, telling them information. Two, I think in my game, she can help me with information. And three, I think I get that RC, the Rift coins or whatever they're called.
To instruct the men of the Corps in combat. I feel familiar with this area now.
And then you can use those to, like, when you need to buy higher level people. So maybe when you buy somebody that's your level, it doesn't cost that much. But if, you know, when I was saying I had something happened when I got like this huge boost. I don't know if it was from pre-ordering or whatever. And I had a ton of those RC currency.
I am Mercedes. I lead the men of the Enlistment Corps. I've heard talk of the Arisen. They say you hold dominion over the pawns. I've ordered pawns to take up swords and fight myself. But they are a clumsy lot. I cannot call them into this world as you do though, only traveling companions of them. What manner of magic lets you command them so? Well, it matters not. The dragon is come. I'll welcome any help, be it pawn, arisen, farmer or fishwife. Make use of the encampment as you please. Are you in need of
I think not now.
Come again when...
Is this the person? No. These might be listed pawns. Anyway, I ended up getting like a ton of those RC coins. And so what I ended up doing in one of my first playthroughs was that basically I just hired, you know, somebody that was like level gajillion when I was level 8. And
Times are hard and
again, as I've said in my, if you've watched any of the Dark Souls playthroughs or when I did Elden Ring on the other channel, Trainwreck Games. Again, I intend to get some more Elden Ring going on here at some point. Over level. That's how I like. I don't mind. I'm not ashamed to do it. You know. So it was sort of a way to over level, and it made things go faster. Because, like I was saying, like, you know, you're constantly running into the same fights over and over and over. So it would just sort of make those melt away. I wouldn't have to worry about them so much. Thought there was more going on here. But maybe not yet.
Well sturdy, this place.
A new area has been unlocked. Visit the Gasardi Pier at night if you would see it for yourself. Oh, I wonder what that is. That can't be the DLC. There's no way they would just let you do that. So you see, like, as we pull back, like, you get the feeling this is going to be really big. There's actually... It's not small, but it's not like there's, like, 58 towns and 3 cities and, you know, that's... You can see we've sort of unlocked the road to the main city. So what we're going to do now is we're going to sort of make our way back. A blue quest marker. Let's take a look at our quests, actually. Floral delivery. That's the one we're working on. Reclaim the roads. We haven't done yet. Rat catcher. We've done a... Yeah, we're getting a decent number of quests under our belts. But I wanted to sort of make our way back for 2 reasons. One, we still need the moon, whatever. And 2, we were running around at night, so I wanted to explore this during the day to see if there's anything we missed.
The rocks here may hold ore.
But you know, when I said like this game is janky, you sort of get an idea like what I was trying to say. Like, you're getting tutorials. You know, it starts you super duper in media res. It doesn't explain anything. You're all of a sudden you're fighting like a chimera. Then you're jumping back and forward in time. You know, dragons are ripping your heart out and eating them. Sort of keep them safe and telling you to come get it. And then, you know, it's just like, and then it's like, oh, and here's a tutorial on how to fight. You know, it's sort of like a weird. But what I like about
Who knows what lies in wait? Best proceed with caution.
like the thing I will say for, you know, when you say like the Souls comparison, whatever. What I like about the Souls comparison is that is this the town already? Is I really love Japanese RPGs mixing in with going like hardcore into these Western RPG tendencies, because I feel like it creates like it takes like really unique spins on it that I really appreciate. Like Dark Souls, you know, they combine like, you know, like your classic Western RPG looks, you know, the European castles and whatnot, with like a lot of really interesting creature design, really interesting narrative ideas, gameplay. You know, they mix up the gameplay a lot. They really bring. It really shakes things up. Like here, it's like, you know, sort of assuming I'm right in saying this is sort of a Devil May Cry kind of approach to combat, mixing that with
This looks interesting.
a Western RPG. I just find that, you know, a really interesting take. I don't know where. Is there somewhere that like the model for the Demon Souls, Dark Souls kind of combat came from? Or was it completely unique to FromSoft? Because I just find that to be an amazing action RPG system. You know, it has stats and sort of leveling up in a way, but it still relies, still lets a lot of the gameplay rely on your skill. So that feels like an interesting mix. It's not just, I'm level 15, so now I can smash harder. And the other thing I really like, and maybe this is just, you know, I don't know what.
Poor visibility.
So you're getting a little tactical advice there. I'm not really sure what,
What's that?
how this works, but like when you have these sort of Western, I guess, RPGs having a spin.
Perhaps it still holds cargo.
In this case, Japanese developers, but or like European developers, like with Gothic, or is it Risen? I would say Risen, but I don't know if it's pronounced Risen for some reason because it's an RPG. You get like these sort of a little wonky, you could argue a little janky, but you also get like these really ambitious things that go for stuff you don't normally go for in a Western RPG.
We ought search the shore by night.
And so I really like, you know, it's, you know, with Baldur's Gate 3, I confess I haven't played it yet. You get Larian Studios with a really proven track record. And maybe people could tell me, did they take a lot of like design risks? You know, they did a lot of what Larian does, is my understanding, and they did a really good adaptation of D&D. But like I feel like
Your
with like
hometown,
Divinity
is
Original
it not,
Sin
Arisen?
1 and 2, and maybe their older games as well, like they probably like, yeah, hell, let's try it. Might have been a little bit more on the table. It might not have been. What do I know?
Ah, the venerable Arisen returns. Are you come to lead the pawns in a quest to slay the dragon? Those equivocal husks. Will or nill, the Arisen is always drawn to the dragon, as puppets strung in fate's own thread. Many have come before you, eager to stand tall atop the grand capstone of worldly truth that is the dragon. Arrogance. The dragon is ever born anew into the world, and with it too, the Arisen. All Arisen seek out the dragon, but lucky are the few who attain an audience with the beast, while yet they live. Ours is a weak, fragile world, and little within it is more frail than man. In yon encampment they gather up their knights and hired steel. They think to grow their numbers and hunt the dragon. But they shall soon learn their lot will e'er be as prey.
Okay, the mysterious island known as Bitter Black Isle has appeared off the coast of Casardis. Visit the pier at night to blah, blah, blah. Okay, so that is how you get there. Okay, is it on the map? Will they show me the area map? Grancis map? No. Bitter Black Isle is the DLC, and it is not... It is hard. Oh, okay, here we go. Okay, the well is open. Okay.
Gives me chills just to think of it. Ah! I was. I make no excuse, cousin. I hid in the well for fear of the dragon. Let me tell you this. You'd be wise to keep your distance from that pit. It was too craven to venture far. And lucky thing, a queer growl echoed back with the sound of water from further in. There's ore down there. Mark my words. I could feel it, I could. You'll not see me going back down there to find out what. Aye, 'tis a rank fool who rushes into danger of his own will.
The only reason why I'm not is... Oh, no, it's daytime. Okay, I was going to say because I thought it was getting dark, but I was just here in the shadow.
The more I think
It's kind of...
on it, the tighter terror grips me. That growl was a monster's, I've no doubt.
I liked in the exchange we just had with the wizard guy when they suddenly, you know, quickly turns his head and we're all shocked at his eye. Like, bro, I watched a dragon literally rip my heart out and eat it. You know, your wonky eye is not ranks lower on the shocking scale. Now let's investigate while we got some time.
Here, if you're set on going, take this with you. It should have some use to it left. I'll not soon forget your bravery, cousin. Pray, just come back alive.
All right, so they give us another lantern. So, you know, you can see it's like they're doing some onboarding. It's just happening in a weird way, if that makes sense. Okay, so equipment. I guess I should actually equip my business if I didn't. Plebeian shirt, but I have leather. Yeah, why am I not wearing this? So now I'm going to switch over to Diane. Cotton hosen. Is she wearing that? Yeah, she is. Okay. Red. Okay, I'm not going to worry about them too much at the moment. But what I want to do is I want to make sure Diane has a lantern. Curatives, no. I've got 2 lanterns, so let me see if I can... Can I sort? No. Confirm, give to Diane. Okay, so you can sort of see I've got like an average encumbrance. Diane's very light, very light, very light. Okay, so let me give Diane a lantern. 1. And let me give Diane a flask of oil. So this can get a little cumbersome, but it, you know, it serves its purpose. Let me see. What do I need to do?
Some refuge I chose, eh? 'Tis almost a blessing I was blind with fright. I heard a low growl while I was down there. Had I seen further back, 'tis too frightful to think on.
Yeah, let's take a look. My recollection is there's actually like a pretty tough monster down here, or monsters. So Diane's got a.
What's this?
What is that? I guess you can't pick that up. So I need to activate my lantern.
What's that?
So at one point I was saying, oh, you don't have like a quest to go kill rats in the basement. You sort of get this. I guess I'd forgotten about this.
Which way should we go, Arisen?
This looks interesting.
The leftward path bears the stink of death.
So there you're getting a little advice from the pawn. So I don't know if that's because it...
To use.
What's that?
I'll take that.
Is there no way down?
Nope, Diane's just going for it.
Treasure, perhaps?
What's this?
I'll heal your wounds.
This looks interesting.
Take care, you aren't soaked in water.
Again, yeah, if you get wet, it can... I don't know if it makes you more susceptible to lightning. But it... Oop, did my lantern go out? So you can just see how dark it gets when your light goes out. Let me, Can I add oil? So yeah, you gotta be careful of that, because you do not want to be walking around. Or is it because I'm wet? Ooh. Getting swarmed, but it's hard to... Can't really lock on, obviously. Can't even see it. Diane's shooting up, that's good. Can I gotta figure out my... Can they climb it? So I think that's the bridge. Let me see if I can do my lamp now. Again, I always pick the wrong one. There we go. Oh, there's a rat. I have to kill 10 of those, right? I'm assuming... So again, you can see like I can only heal so much of my health. Now I'm losing.
You battle. I'll take
What's this?
What's that?
Did I get the...
Was the victim of a monster most
Oh, I did.
like.
Okay.
I'll take that.
Oh, look at that. So yeah, if you stand in the light, it'll heal you.
We best take care not to
So I think I killed the rats I need to kill, so I don't need to keep murdering them.
What's that?
But these things...
If we're to proceed, we've no choice but
It's
to
a giant lizard.
Yeah, these things I have trouble with. You can see they just I think if you have like lightning, stamina's gone. Yep, I'm down. So hopefully somebody gets me up, but... Oh, nice. You can retry in easy mode. No, let's... Don't know what the last checkpoint was. Oh, did we just lose that much? Diane. Oh, that's not good. I guess that's, I mean... Looking for fighters.
Yes, Arisen? I am honored to travel with you.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stop here. This is, I feel like it's been a good first session. You don't need to see me redo everything I just did. What I'll do is I'll try and get back to town. But you saw like those lizards are no joke. I've always struggled with them, and I think lightning helps. But woof. Yeah, let me get the, just so you're not surprised by who I'm walking around with later on. What I need to do is if you talk to the Riftstone again, you can sort of search. So see, as you go above your level, the cost goes up. I don't care about that. What I'm looking for is fighters. Let's do with Leora. And so what that'll do is you see summoning. So that could be another player's pawn. And what I thought they did is they fell into the rift. Oh, there we go.
Yes, Arisen. You cannot take on
Oh, right. I gotta. So who will I release from the party? Yes. It's from.
May our paths cross again.
Of course. Okay. Yeah, so now that we know who's going to be in the party, you guys won't be, surprised when certain people show up. Because I have a feeling I'm going to have to go do that training stuff again. That's why I'm going to sort of pause here. And,
a master.
Yeah.
Mind you, that is... I can help.
So. Yes. The Jawa. Okay, so here we go. That's the first session of Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen. Feels like it's a game I've wanted to replay for a while. I genuinely love this game. And with the sequel, honestly, not that far away, this might not be a bad time to practice up these skills. But I'll stop here. I'll take care of all the stuff that I'm going to have to repeat so you don't have to deal with it. And we'll pick it up again next time back in town, trying to figure out the last of that Moonflower quest. Now that I know it's... And I'll go into the well and kill rats, but obviously I'm not ready for those lizards. They just wipe the floor with me. But anyway, this is Black Lodge Trivia Night. We're mostly an actual play podcast of tabletop role-playing games. We have 2 RPG discussion podcasts at the moment as well. We're going to have a new episode of Damn Fine Coffee recording soon, so it's possible by the time this is up, that's already up as well. But but keep an eye out for it either way if you're looking for that. You found us here on YouTube, so you can obviously watch everything that we do. But if you prefer audio versions of our podcasts or our tabletop actual plays, just search for Black Lodge Trivia Night wherever you get your audio, and we should pop up. So, if you enjoyed this and you want to get notifications, like, subscribe, whatever. If you want to leave reviews for the audio part stuff, great. We appreciate all of that. And if not, we hope you just had fun watching some Dragon's Dogma. So thanks again, and take care.